Kay Elise, a YouTuber with a flair for captivating dark and horror-themed content, managed to gain an impressive following during her time on the platform. While many YouTube creators focus on topics like pop culture, celebrities, fashion, or food, Kay stood out by diving into the world of mystery and the macabre. Her rise to fame began in 2016, when she won a contest called So You Want to Be a YouTuber, hosted by Rob Dyke, now known as Rob Gavigan. Although her channel had been created in 2012, it wasn't until she claimed victory in the contest that her work began receiving significant recognition. Her first video, uploaded in 2015, garnered over 70,000 views and marked the beginning of a promising career. She soon expanded her horizons, creating additional channels such as Monsters Among Us, Behind These Walls, Dark Matters, and Nameless. Each channel had its own unique focus. For instance, Nameless explored cases involving unidentified John and Jane Does, aiming to shed light on these mysteries and potentially help families find closure. Her other channels tackled everything from unsolved cases to strange, often inexplicable phenomena, including paranormal encounters and eerie events. Not content with sticking solely to YouTube, Kay also ventured into podcasting. She launched a series called The Bitter Pill, further solidifying her reputation as a storyteller of all things dark and mysterious. Her content resonated deeply with her audience, who admired her dedication, creativity, and ability to weave stories that sent shivers down their spines. By 2019, Kay had become a well-known name in the YouTube community. But just as her popularity seemed to reach its peak, she shocked her followers by announcing her decision to step away from content creation. Despite her departure, she assured her fans that her videos would remain on the platform for everyone to enjoy. True to her word, her channel and its content stayed intact for a short while. However, in December 2019, something unexpected happened. Kay's YouTube channel, along with all her videos, vanished without warning. Fans were stunned and confused as her promise to leave the videos up had been broken without explanation. Adding to the mystery, her social media accounts were also deleted, leaving no trace of her presence online. This sudden disappearance raised countless questions and sparked widespread speculation. Many fans worried for her safety, wondering if she had encountered trouble or if there was more to the story than met the eye. Without any way to contact or gather information, her disappearance from the digital world became an unsolved mystery. To this day, no one knows why she erased her online presence or what happened to her after leaving YouTube. Kay Elise's story remains a chilling enigma. The woman, who once delved into unsolved mysteries and eerie cases, has now become the subject of one herself, a mystery that her fans and followers may never solve. We've all seen movies about zombie apocalypses, stories where a mysterious virus escapes from a lab, spreads uncontrollably, and turns entire cities into chaotic, terrifying wastelands filled with undead creatures. Thankfully, these scenarios exist only in fiction, or so we thought. In 2022, a video surfaced on TikTok, leaving many people wondering if such a scenario was unfolding in real life. The video was posted by a user named Arcia Brown, who goes by the handle 627. In the unsettling footage, a woman could be seen walking through the streets of Seattle. From the very first moment, it was obvious that something wasn't right. The woman appeared disheveled, with large patches of her hair missing, and only one shoe on her feet. Her movements were strange, unsteady, almost mechanical, with a stuttering, jerky gait. To make matters even more eerie, she was making unsettling noises, almost like howls of distress. Observers on the street didn't know what to make of the situation. Some kept their distance, watching in alarm, while others captured the scene on video. From another angle, her face became visible, and viewers noticed something even more disturbing. Her skin appeared unnaturally pale, almost white. Adding to the mystery, she clutched something in her arms, which some speculated might have been a baby. As the woman wandered, two police officers approached her, and attempted to intervene. They tried to speak with her, but she ignored them completely, continuing her staggering walk through the streets while howling as if in a trance. In a follow-up clip, the officers eventually managed to stop her. She could be heard screaming, "I don't want to go to the hospital," as they tried to restrain her. She resisted fiercely as they placed her on a stretcher and loaded her into an ambulance. When the footage was uploaded to social media, it caused a storm of speculation. Some believed the woman was experiencing a severe mental health crisis or a medical emergency. Others jumped to far-fetched conclusions, speculating that she might be a zombie. They pointed to her pale complexion, her erratic movements, and her inhuman sounds, all of which seemed eerily similar to zombies depicted in films. Although the original TikTok video was quickly deleted, the clips had already spread across the internet. They were reposted to platforms like Reddit and Facebook, where they gained even more attention. The mysterious woman became known as the Seattle Zombie Woman, and countless theories about her identity and condition began circulating. Some people speculated that she might have escaped from a serial killer or some other traumatic situation. Others suggested the incident could be part of a marketing campaign for an upcoming zombie movie. The internet buzzed with curiosity and concern, but for nearly a year, no one was able to uncover any solid information about the woman. Then at last, the mystery was solved. A YouTuber discovered a social media profile belonging to a woman named Kimberly Kasai. The profile contained photos of her wearing the same makeup and clothing seen in the viral footage. As it turned out, Kasai had staged the entire incident. She had deliberately applied zombie-like makeup, worn tattered clothing, and wandered the streets in this eerie manner as part of a protest against vaccinations. She had intended to make a bold statement, and she certainly succeeded. Her stunt captured the attention of thousands of people who were left baffled and fascinated by the footage. When the truth came out, many internet users sighed in relief. There was no impending zombie apocalypse, no mysterious medical crisis, and no serial killer at work. Instead, the Seattle Zombie Woman was revealed to be an elaborate performance designed to stir public conversation. Though the case was eventually solved, it remains a fascinating reminder of how quickly the internet can turn a single event into a global mystery. For nearly a year, the story of the Seattle Zombie Woman captivated audiences, sparking fear, curiosity, and endless speculation. In the end, however, it was all just an unusual protest, one that left an unforgettable mark on social media. The story of the Grateful Doe, a mystery solved. After 2 decades, on June 26, 1995, at approximately 1:30 p.m., Virginia State Police responded to a tragic car accident near the small town of Emporia, Virginia. The crash involved a Volkswagen van, which had veered off the road and slammed into a cluster of roadside trees. The vehicle was completely wrecked, especially at the front. Tragically, neither of the 2 passengers had been wearing seatbelts, and both were partially ejected through the windshield upon impact. By the time police arrived at the scene, both men were pronounced dead. One of the victims was quickly identified as 21-year-old Michael Holger, a student at the University of South Carolina. However, the identity of the second individual remained a complete mystery. His face had been severely disfigured in the crash, making visual identification impossible. He had no ID, and fingerprint searches through national databases yielded no matches. Even Michael's family had no idea who this man could have been. Interestingly, both Michael and the unidentified man were wearing tie-dye t-shirts featuring the logo of the Grateful Dead, a popular rock band. During the investigation, officers discovered 2 crumpled tickets for a Grateful Dead concert held in Washington, D.C., the day before the accident. They also found a handwritten note in one of the men's belongings. The note read, "Jason, sorry we had to go. See you around. Call me, Caroline T. and Caroline O. Bye." This led investigators to theorize that the unknown man had likely been hitchhiking and met Michael at the concert. It appeared they had bonded over their shared love for the Grateful Dead and decided to travel together. Police later concluded that the crash was caused by the driver, presumed to be Michael, falling asleep at the wheel. However, there was still one lingering question. Who was the mysterious hitchhiker? With no identifying details other than his Grateful Dead t-shirt and the note addressed to Jason, authorities gave him the placeholder name John Doe, a term commonly used for unidentified individuals. But the Grateful Dead connection quickly earned him a more fitting nickname, Grateful Doe. For years, the case remained unsolved. Law enforcement could find no additional leads, and the mystery faded into obscurity. Then, in 2012, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released a digitally reconstructed image of Grateful Doe's face, hoping it might reignite interest in the case. The recreation caught the attention of internet sleuths, who became captivated by the story. One particularly dedicated investigator was a Reddit user known as Zombie Gray. Deeply invested in solving the mystery, Zombie Gray created a subreddit dedicated to identifying Grateful Doe and spent countless hours scouring the internet for clues. They also designed a digital missing person poster, which featured all the available information about the case, along with the tagline, "Can you help give him back his name?" This poster spread like wildfire across social media platforms, gaining attention from people all over the world. The case finally broke open when a man named Steve contacted Zombie Gray, claiming to recognize the mysterious hitchhiker. According to Steve, the man's real name was Jason Callahan. With this potential breakthrough, investigators turned their focus to locating Jason's family. In January 2015, a Facebook post provided the final piece of the puzzle. A woman wrote, "Oh my God, this is my son, Jason Callahan, from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I've been looking for him all this time with no luck. Today, my other son saw this Facebook page, and after all these years of praying for him to just call me or come home." Jason's mother explained that he had left home at 18, traveling across the country without keeping in touch. For 2 decades, she had held on to hope that he was still alive, but simply didn't want to return home. Tragically, she learned through the internet that her son had died in the 1995 car crash. Though it was heartbreaking for Jason's family to learn the truth, the resolution of the case brought a sense of closure. After nearly 20 years, one of the most enduring John Doe mysteries was finally solved, thanks to the relentless determination of internet sleuths and the power of community-driven efforts. The story of Grateful Doe is both a testament to the enduring hope of a grieving family and a reminder of how modern technology and collective action can bring answers to even the coldest of cases. A long-standing internet mystery, which captivated online communities for years, was finally solved when the identity of a woman whose face was featured on a piece of fabric was revealed. Known as the Celebrity Number 6 mystery, the case remained unsolved for over 4 years, despite the efforts of thousands of internet sleuths. It all began in 2020, when a Reddit user, TonSetH, posted an intriguing image on the platform. The image showcased a piece of fabric, once used to make curtains, which had been purchased back in 2008. The fabric displayed 8 faces, designed in a vibrant pop art style, clearly inspired by real photographs. TonSetH asked the Reddit community for help in identifying the individuals whose faces appeared on the fabric. The internet quickly got to work, and 7 of the 8 individuals were identified without much difficulty. All of them turned out to be celebrities, recognizable figures in their respective fields. However, one face stood out. Dubbed Celebrity Number 6, this person remained a mystery. Even their gender was unclear, and no one could figure out who they were or why their face had been included alongside the others. Theories and guesses flooded in. Names ranging from Brad Pitt to Keira Knightley were suggested, as many assumed the mystery figure must be someone equally as famous as the others on the fabric. However, despite all the guesses, no definitive answer surfaced. some began to speculate that the image might not belong to a celebrity at all, but rather to a lesser-known model, or even a random individual whose photo had been used without their knowledge. In an attempt to trace the origins of the fabric, internet investigators discovered that it had been purchased from a store in Antella, Italy. Unfortunately, the store had gone out of business years earlier. Digging deeper, the fabric's manufacturer was traced to the Czech Republic, but this lead also hit a dead end. It became clear that identifying celebrity number 6 would depend on finding the original photograph used to create the pop art design. The situation became even more challenging when people began using AI to generate fake solutions to the mystery. These false leads only made it harder for the dedicated community to get closer to the truth. Finally, in 2024, a breakthrough came from a Reddit user named Stefan Morse. Using technology and his ingenuity, Stefan decided to edit the pop art image of celebrity number 6 to make it look more like a realistic photograph. He created several versions of the image, attempting to restore missing details that had been obscured by the stylized design. Stefan then uploaded his edited versions to facial recognition search engines such as PimEyes. After analyzing the results, a name kept appearing: Leticia Sada. Leticia was a Spanish model who had enjoyed a successful career spanning over 2 decades before retiring from the industry in 2009. During her career, she had worked on high-profile campaigns for brands like Burberry and L'Oreal and collaborated with actor Ian Somerhalder. In 2006, Leticia had appeared on the cover of a magazine called Woman. The resemblance between her and the mysterious celebrity number 6 was striking, but the mystery couldn't be considered fully solved without locating the original photo used for the fabric. Determined to finish what he started, another Reddit user contacted the photographer responsible for Leticia's 2006 magazine photo shoot. The photographer not only confirmed that one of his images had been used to create the pop art design, but he also recognized the fabric itself. He revealed that the artist had never asked for permission to use the photo, and until then he had no idea his work had become part of a viral internet mystery. The photographer provided Redditors with the original photograph, and Leticia herself was eventually contacted on social media. She was surprised to learn about her inadvertent involvement in an online mystery that had captivated so many people for years. To put the matter to rest, she even took a photo of herself posing with the original image, confirming beyond doubt that she was indeed celebrity number 6. With that, the mystery was officially solved. After more than 4 years of speculation, wild theories, and countless hours of investigation, the internet finally had its answer. What started as a simple question about a piece of fabric turned into a global search that highlighted the power of collective curiosity and determination. And, though Leticia Sada had no idea her face had sparked such intrigue, she graciously embraced her unexpected fame as the resolution to an unforgettable internet mystery. As technology advances, it's becoming harder for criminals to act recklessly without the fear of getting caught. CCTV cameras, facial recognition software, and even stolen items themselves, such as smartphones or laptops, can now be used to track their movements. Yet, despite these technological deterrents, some thieves still take risks. Occasionally, their methods succeed, making them much harder to catch. However, this wasn't the case for 38-year-old Randy Schaefer from River Oaks, Texas. Thanks to the thieves' complete lack of understanding about cloud technology, justice was served quickly after they broke into his truck in January 2015. It started like any other morning for Randy. He stepped out of his house and walked toward his truck. But as he got closer, he noticed something was wrong. His vehicle had been broken into. His heart sank as he remembered that the night before, he had left a bag inside the truck. A bag containing not only his iPad and MacBook Pro, but also $5,000 in cash. Rushing to inspect the truck, Randy confirmed his worst fears. The bag, and everything inside, was gone. He immediately contacted the police to report the theft, though he didn't hold out much hope. Like many victims, Randy assumed that the thieves would be cautious enough to avoid leaving behind any sort of trail, especially with the electronic devices. But Randy couldn't have guessed how careless these thieves were. They had no idea that the iPad they'd stolen was automatically uploading everything they did to Randy's iCloud account. The thieves, later identified as Doran Gaines and Dylan Thompson, didn't waste any time celebrating their haul. Shortly after the robbery, the pair stopped at a Burger King restaurant. While there, they filmed a video titled Burger King Ballin', where they openly bragged about their crime. In the video, Gaines introduces himself while proudly flashing the stolen cash. He waves the stack of bills in front of the camera before introducing his accomplice, Thompson. Gaines then declares, "This, my good people, is what we get from a good night's hustle," as he fans out the crisp $100 bills. The pair take great pride in noting that they aren't holding any smaller denominations, like $5 or $10 bills. Laughing and boasting, they say, "Don't ask how," clearly avoiding any mention of their crime. Unbeknownst to them, their celebratory antics were being automatically uploaded to Randy's iCloud account. A week after the robbery, Randy decided to check his account and was shocked to discover clear photos and videos of the two culprits enjoying his stolen money. Realizing the opportunity, Randy shared the photos and videos on Facebook, hoping someone would recognize them. The post quickly went viral. Before long, a former classmate of one of the thieves came forward and identified them as Doran Gaines and Dylan Thompson. This information was handed over to investigators, who were able to track the duo down and arrest them. Both Gaines and Thompson were charged with robbery. In court, they pleaded guilty to the charges. Gaines was sentenced to repay Randy $99,000, not just for the stolen cash and electronics, but also for the damage done to the truck during the break-in. Both men were also placed under community supervision for 5 years. This case serves as a powerful reminder. No matter how confident criminals may feel, technology has made it harder than ever to escape justice. Gaines and Thompson's ignorance of cloud technology ultimately led to their downfall. As for Randy, what started as a devastating loss turned into a satisfying moment of justice, thanks to the digital trail left behind by the devices the thieves had stolen.